There is an aircraft flying over the Pacific right now that almost no one is allowed to see. It does not appear in any official Air Force inventory. It does not have a public photograph.
Pilots who have flown alongside it have been told never to speak about what they saw, and the program that built it has consumed more than $8 billion of taxpayer money over 15 years. Its name, when anyone says it at all, is the RQ-180.
And the Pentagon would prefer you forget it exists. But the satellite photos, the leaked construction records, and the testimony of former defense officials all point to the same conclusion.
America has built a stealth drone, unlike anything that has come before it. And in the next 10 minutes, you are going to learn exactly why they have worked so hard to keep it hidden.
The story begins in the high desert of Nevada, at a place that does not officially have a name. Most people call it Area 51. The Air Force calls it Detachment 3. And in 2008, satellite imagery began showing something unusual at the base.
New hangars were being built, massive ones, reinforced, climate-controlled, with taxiway widths that suggested an aircraft with a wingspan well over 100 feet.
At the same time, a defense contractor named Northrop Grumman quietly lost a major bidding war for a different program, and analysts could not understand how the company stayed financially healthy.
The answer, it turned out, was that Northrop had already won a different contract, a black contract, one that the public would not learn about for nearly a decade. That contract was the RQ-180, and those hangars in Nevada were being built to hide it.
To understand why the RQ-180 matters, you have to understand the problem it was built to solve. By the early 2000s, American intelligence drones like the Global Hawk and the Predator were getting shot down, not by accident, on purpose.
Countries like China and Russia had developed advanced radar systems specifically designed to detect drones, and the older American platforms were essentially blind to those threats. They were big, they were slow, they had no stealth, and every time one was lost, it was a multi-million-dollar embarrassment for the United States. The Pentagon needed a drone that could fly into the most heavily defended airspace on Earth, gather intelligence for hours at a time, and come home without anyone knowing it had been there. That is what the RQ-180 was designed to be.
The aircraft itself is a flying wing, no tail, no fuselage in the traditional sense, just one continuous, smooth, almost organic shape that slices through the air with as little radar signature as possible. According to defense analysts who have studied the program, the RQ-180 has a wingspan of around 130 feet. That is wider than a Boeing 737. It can stay in the air for an estimated 24 hours without refueling.
And it carries a sensor package so advanced that it can map an entire country's air defense network in a single flight.
The skin of the aircraft is coated in a radar-absorbent material that is reapplied after every mission, because the coating degrades just from exposure to the atmosphere. That is how sensitive the technology is, and that is part of why each aircraft is rumored to cost over $300 million to build.
The first credible sightings of the RQ-180 came not from the United States, but from civilians overseas. In 2017, residents of the Philippines reported seeing a strange triangular aircraft flying silently at high altitude. In 2019, witnesses in Japan reported the same thing. Then came reports from Guam.
From South Korea, from the South China Sea. The aircraft was clearly being used, and it was being used in exactly the places where American intelligence would most want eyes on the ground. The Pentagon refused to confirm or deny anything.
But former defense officials, speaking off the record, began telling reporters that the program was real, that it was operational, and that it had already conducted dozens of missions over territory that no other American aircraft could safely enter.
Before we go any further, if you find this kind of hidden military history fascinating, take a second to subscribe to the channel.
Every video on the Time Vault digs into the secrets, the flaws, and the controversies behind the weapons and aircraft that shaped the modern world. There is a lot more coming. Now, back to the story, because the next part is where it gets genuinely strange.
Here is what makes the RQ-180 different from every other intelligence aircraft America has ever built. It is not just a spy plane, it is a network node. The aircraft is designed to fly deep into contested airspace and act as a flying communications hub for other American forces operating nearby. It can talk to satellites, it can talk to fighter jets, it can talk to submarines. It can pull data from one source, process it on board using artificial intelligence, and instantly relay actionable intelligence to commanders on the ground. In other words, the RQ-180 is not just watching, it is connecting an entire battlefield in real time. And it is doing all of this from inside enemy airspace with no one able to see it.
This capability has changed how the United States thinks about a potential conflict in the Pacific. For decades, the assumption was that any war with China would begin with a wave of cruise missiles and stealth bombers attempting to break through Chinese air defenses. That assumption is no longer accurate.
Defense analysts now believe that the RQ-180 and aircraft like it would fly into Chinese airspace days or even weeks before any shooting started. They would map every radar site, every missile battery, every airfield. They would identify which targets to hit, in what order, and when. And the Chinese military would have no idea any of it was happening because the drone is invisible to their detection systems. That is a level of strategic advantage that the United States has not had since the 1950s, and it is why the program has been protected so aggressively. But there is a cost to this kind of secrecy. The RQ-180 program is funded entirely through what the Pentagon calls the black budget. That means the public has no idea how much money is being spent. Congressional oversight is limited to a small handful of cleared lawmakers, and the contractors building the aircraft are not required to disclose their work to investors, the press, or even other parts of the Department of Defense.
Critics argue that this level of secrecy is dangerous, that it allows cost overruns to go unchecked, that it prevents honest debate about whether these weapons are even needed, and that it concentrates enormous national security power in the hands of a very small group of people.
Defenders of the program argue the opposite. They argue that without absolute secrecy, the technology would have already been stolen by a foreign intelligence service, and once it is stolen, it is useless. And there is reason to believe that concern is real. In 2011, a stealth helicopter used in the raid on Osama bin Laden's compound crashed during the operation. American forces destroyed most of the wreckage, but the tail rotor was left intact. Within days, Chinese intelligence officials had reportedly inspected the debris. Within years, China unveiled its own stealth helicopter that looked remarkably similar. Now imagine that same scenario, but with an aircraft far more advanced than a helicopter. The RQ-180 is, by some accounts, the single most valuable piece of military technology in American hands. If even one of them were lost over hostile territory, the consequences would be enormous. Which is why the program operates with the kind of paranoid secrecy that most people associate with Cold War spy movies. Except this is not a movie. It is happening right now.
The future of the RQ-180 is just as classified as its present. Some defense analysts believe Northrop Grumman is already developing a successor, one that would be even larger, even stealthier, and capable of carrying weapons in addition to sensors. Others believe the current fleet of RQ-180s is being expanded, with new aircraft entering service every year.
What is certain is that the United States has built a tool of unprecedented strategic value, and it is using it right now, tonight, somewhere over a coastline you have probably never thought about. There is a black flying wing, silent and invisible, watching everything below it. And the people who built it are determined to make sure you never see it for yourself. That is the story of the RQ-180, a drone that almost no one is allowed to see, a program that has cost the American taxpayers billions,
and a technology that may have already changed the balance of military power in the Pacific. The question is whether the secrecy is worth the cost.
So, I want to hear from you. Do you think the Pentagon should be allowed to spend this much money on weapons the public never sees? Or has the black budget gone too far?
Drop your answer in the comments. I read every one. And if you made it this far, hit subscribe so you do not miss the next one, because there are more secrets where this came from.